We don't know the timing or the scale of a possible Iranian attack, as Ben was just laying out. Last time, in April, when Iran struck Israel, it was telegraphed. We kind of did have a sense of what to expect. But what does it say to you that we don't know as much this time, and that there are still a lot of questions?
Jessica, it's going to be very tough this time to understand what Iran could possibly do. There's a spectrum of potentials. In April, as you just mentioned, there were 300 rockets and missiles and cruise ballistic missiles launched toward Israel, but they were done in a very haphazard and non-synchronous way. And I think it was sending a signal. The question is Iran going to send another signal, or are they really going to try and cause a significant amount of damage inside of Israel? And if so, if it's done correctly, they could certainly do that. They could overwhelm Israeli and Western assistance in air defense systems to get through their air defense shield. That could happen. I don't think Iran is going to do that personally, but General Kurilla, the U.S. commander of CENTCOM, Central Command, is on the scene right now. He was there the last time this occurred, and he helped in terms of that integrated air defense. Again, if it's a planned and synchronized mission, it could be very tough, or it could be just another sending of a signal, which I think Iran will send something more than just a signal this time, because as Ben pointed out, there were two specific assassinations of key Hamas and Hezbollah leaders over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and when you're talking about overwhelming the air defense systems and the Western alliances that will be there to help Israel as well, what a lot of experts have talked about is perhaps at the same time, if rockets are incoming, that those Iranian proxies, Hezbollah in the north, others could be firing into Israel as well. Is that what you are kind of getting at as kind of how they could continue to escalate this beyond what we saw in April?
Yeah, that's certainly part of the spectrum, and that would be the worst case scenario, Jessica, when you're seeing, Hezbollah in Lebanon has a significant number, over 100,000 rockets and missiles that they could launch. You're talking about the PMF forces inside of Iraq and Syria that could contribute. More so coming from the Houthis in Yemen, as well as rockets from Western Iran. So if those are synchronized in such a way that they all come at different points or simultaneously, it could really suggest how Israel and its Western allies would respond to that. And it could be much more difficult than it was in April.